So let's talk about levels of English language proficiency. We divide English language learners into 5 language proficiency levels, level 1 through 5, and we name them starting, emerging, developing, expanding, bridging. These terms are used very frequently by school teachers. So if you go to school and a teacher says that I have a developing ELO in my classroom, so that ELO is a level 3 ELO. Okay? And I'm also going to give you those 3 terms that you will encounter if you're reading literature. The NEP, LEP, and FEP. NEP refers to non-English proficiency. When we say NEP students, we're generally talking about level 1 starting ELOs. LEP, that is limited English proficiency, that's for level 2 and 3, emerging and developing ELOs. FEP is fluent English proficiency, and this is for level 4 and 5, expanding and bridging ELOs. So, what does level 1 starting ELOs look like? Okay, at level 1, students initially have limited or no understanding of English. They rarely use English for communication. They respond nonverbally to simple commands, statements, and questions. As their oral comprehension increases, they begin to imitate the verbalizations of others by using single words or simple phrases, and they begin to use English spontaneously. At the earlier stage, these learners construct meaning from text primarily through illustrations, graphs, maps, and tables. So generally, level 1 ELOs have very limited understanding about English. If I throw you in China, then you'll be level 1 Chinese learner, okay? They try to figure out meaning by basically staring at you, watching your facial expressions, pointing, gestures, and those kind of things. Sometimes they can speak 1 or 2 words. So for example, they can say hello, they can say here, there, hi, but that's pretty much it. If you ask them a question such as, what do you think about this story? They wouldn't be able to answer for sure. That's level 1 starting ELO. Okay, move to level 2 emerging ELO. At level 2, students can understand phrases and short sentences. They can communicate limited information in simple everyday and routine situations by using memorized phrases, groups of words, and a formula. They can use selected simple structures correctly, but still systematically produce basic errors. Students begin to use general academic vocabulary and familiar everyday expressions. Errors in writing are present and often hinder communication. So, level 2, they move from single word to simple phrases and short sentences. When we say short sentences, I'll give you an example such as it's right here, or I am thirsty. So they won't go beyond that. They can understand something that is routinely happens. So such as if you talk to your students Okay, move to levels 3, developing ELLs. At levels 3, students understand more complex speech, but still may require some repetition. They use English spontaneously, but may have difficulty expressing all their thoughts due to a restricted vocabulary and a limited command of language structure. Students at this level speak in simple sentences, which are comprehensible and appropriate, but which are frequently marked by grammatical errors. Proficiency in reading may vary considerably. Students are most successful constructing meaning from text for which they have background knowledge upon which to build. So levels 3 ELLs, they can talk for sure, okay? Remember for level 1, they generally do not talk or they only talk one word. Level 2, they do very simple sentences or most of the time phrases. But levels 3, they can talk for sure. And they talk a lot. You can understand them. Their English is comprehensible and appropriate. They'll make a lot of grammatical errors, but still, for most of the time, you understand what they're trying to say. This is unlike to level 2. Remember, for level 2, most of the time you don't understand, but for levels 3, you understand most of the time. So when we mainstream ELLs, if they're level 1 or level 2, they basically cannot learn in mainstream classroom settings. Starting from levels 3, they can learn but the effectiveness of their learning depends on a lot of things. If they have a very nice teacher who knows how to tailor the questions, how to facilitate, then level 3 can function pretty well. But if they have a teacher who does not really know how to accommodate ELL's needs, level 3 will be very lost in a mainstream classroom. But starting from levels 3, they can, okay? They can be mainstreamed and they can learn. Level 4, expanding. At level 4, students' knowledge skills are adequate for most day-to-day communication needs. They communicate in English in new or unfamiliar settings, but have occasional difficulty with complex structures and abstract academic concepts. Students at this level may read with considerable fluency and are able to locate and identify the specific facts within the text. However, they may not understand texts in which the concepts are presented in a decontextualized manner, the sentence structure they have Okay, the last level, level 5, bridging. At level 5, students can express themselves fluently and spontaneously on a wide range of personal, general, academic, or social topics in a variety of contexts. They're poised to function in an environment with native speaking peers with minimal language support or guidance. Students have a good command of technical and academic vocabulary, as well as idiomatic expressions and colloquialisms. They can produce clear, smoothly flowing, well-structured texts of different lengths and degrees of linguistic complexity. Errors are minimal, difficult to spot, and generally corrected when they occur. So level 5 is very advanced. Sometimes they're even better than native English speaking kids. Because according to description, see, they can do smoothly flowing, clear, well-structured texts of different lengths and degrees of linguistic complexity. How many regular kids can do that? Think about that. So they're very, very capable, right? Now, in terms of talking, they can do technical and academic vocabulary. And they can even do idioms. That's amazing, you know. I have been learning English for more than, I'd say, 20 years. Still, I cannot do idioms. So level 5, they are very, very capable. If I have a level 5 in my classroom, I would just treat them as a regular native English speaking kid. That's it.